Wait!
What?
Oh no! Oh no! Guys! Guys! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die! We're gonna die!
Well, that sure just happened. So today, we'll be answering the age-old question, are Fortnite live events back? If we go back a few years, dear Lord, 2019 was 6 years ago, I believe this is the time where Fortnite began to take live events actually seriously. Some live events that happen this year were the Unvaulting, the Final Showdown, which is the best event ever, and nobody can change my mind, and the end. Now, of course, in later years, there are definitely some awesome events that Fortnite produced, but I want to focus on these three specifically. Each of these events had one very important trait in common, and it was the mystery they all had. Before they occurred, literally nobody knew it was going to happen. And they were unpredictable, and that is what makes live events so exciting. You had people asking questions like, what will the volcano destroy on the map? What if the monster wins? Is Fortnite shutting down? This is what kept live events so popular in the first place. Throughout the years, many events continued to bank upon this trait, but then the inevitable eventually happened. Collision, which happened back in 2022, was the final live event that was watched over by Donald Mustard, who is now the retired CCO of Epic Games. So, you're probably wondering, why does this matter? He was the one who originally thought up the Fortnite storyline in the first place. He knew live events were something new and original to Fortnite back then, and began progressively making them better and more interesting as they went on. Although I believe some of his decisions were, questionable, although The Rock being in the game is fucking cool, what he thought up was absolutely amazing. After he left, it became clear really, and I mean really fast, something changed. Now I may introduce likely the worst live event in Fortnite's history. Fracture.
Left for 5 minutes and you're still at the same part of the event. I think that's my criticism.
Whoa! Oh, there's chickens? Is that the whole...
There's a golden peely? Whoa.
I don't have time to check out the new islands because I'm too busy trying to do 15 different other things.
Here we go.
Aside from Fracture's absolutely terrible performance with people crashing left and right, I want to return to what I mentioned before, which was the sense of mystery. This event literally has none of that, I'm sorry. The mystery has been ripped away and replaced with pure confusion and boredom. For example, just watch this clip.
Oh, the loop. Well, there goes the map.
What just happened?
So, dear viewer, why did the map blow up? A, the Herald, the purple lady in the cutscene, did it. B, the island was trying to defend itself. Or C, listen man, I legit have no clue. If you chose C, you are correct. The map just blew up, and no developer has explicitly said why it did this. While watching this live, I thought it could redeem itself, but it didn't. We were sent to this area of floating islands and did objectives for 40 whole minutes. I left my room to get a snack and use the bathroom, and I did this because I knew the event would be the exact same when I got back, which that shouldn't happen during a live event. Like I said, there is no mystery to this event. It is already answered for you. Gather all these weird orb things, shove them into the 0 point, and win, I guess. I don't fucking know. Keep in mind, this was also chapter finale, in which the two before this one are still talked about to this day since they were indisputable peak. After this atrocious live event, chapter 4 came out, which honestly the first season wasn't half bad, I'm not gonna lie. But there wasn't another live event for an entire year. I guess the intense backlash Fortnite got just caused them to give up. But then they came out with a big bang. Now this was definitely a huge step up from Fracture, but honestly it was just a huge advertisement for chapter 5. It was just to cut numbers in chapter 1's finale, and it just showed previews of 3 new modes. Rocket Racing, Lego, and Fortnite Festival. That was literally it. I don't think it was horrible, but it just wasn't that good. After it was over, I just sat there and said, that's it. I mean, at least Eminem was cool. Across chapter 5, we have many small mini-events. I thought they were cool at first, but then they fell off quality-wise real quick. Now let me just talk about Fortnite's Remix events. Remix the Prelude was being marketed as a true live event, but just turned out to be a scam as it was just a shitty live stream. Epic. This is what Porter Royale should be used for. This was also the event to end off chapter 5. Dear God. This actually might be a contender for the worst event next to Fracture, I'm not gonna lie. But anyway, now Remix the finale was the polar opposite of Remix Prelude. It was just blatant fun, and this one I seriously did like. It looks like they put a lot of effort and time into it, and that's really what matters to me for a live event. Being a concert, there wasn't much mystery since they already were advertising the pop artist in there, but once again, it wasn't related to the story, so I didn't care. But the thing is, the ending really surprised me. Ever since Fracture, Fortnite has been trying to put the original storyline to the side because they wanted to push the metaverse. The ending to Remix showed us the first story-related thing in a live event in literal years. Although it was short, it showed us the 2 leads of the story and also showed the 0-point crystal. And this is what took us to Chapter 6. Now I know this isn't a true live event, but just hear me out for a second. Near the end of Chapter 6 Season 1, Fortnite held a mini-event. I was very surprised, as many others were too, as the first time in years, this one actually had the sense of mystery again. Nobody knew it was going to come out of that portal, and everybody was intrigued. When it happened, everyone thought it was going to be small, but oh my lord, it was the complete opposite. The 2 against each other in the event suddenly became the size of skyscrapers and began fighting. People compare this event to the final showdown a lot, as it was pretty much the same type of event. Once it ended, everyone was super surprised, and Fortnite seemed to put effort in events driven by the original story again. Now we reach the most recent event as of June 2025, Star Sabotage. In a Twitter post, Fortnite said this was a narrative live event, so this means this was the first ever full-length, story-driven live event since Fracture in 2022. And now I'll just say, I was blown away by this. I guess you can say pacing got a little slow in the middle, but the rest of it was pure cinema. The sense of mystery was there at an all-time high. Since the Death Star is a massive space station, you had no idea what was going to happen next or where you were going next. My favorite part was the climax live event when the Death Star would begin to power up. The main question for this event was, will the map be destroyed? And this was pretty much the whole reason everyone was watching it. When it blew up, fragments began raining down the map, and this is actually a reference to a past event, Operation Skyfire, which I thought was pretty cool. And hit a portal, which tied this whole thing back to the story. And I'm just going to say it now. This was a live event done right. There was no confusion, no advertisements, no blatant scams, no random mini events, just a mysterious, fun, action-packed live event. So now the question is, are live events back? For now, I must say, yeah, they are. Since Remix the finale, it seems like Fortnite is testing the waters of returning to these narrative live events, if you know what I mean. I do have confidence that we'll get more of these full-length live events in the future, as Chapter 6 itself is leaked to have a proper finale, and not whatever this is. Just wanted to make this video to explain what I think, but seriously, what do you guys think about all this? Thanks for watching to the end, and please subscribe, it means a lot. This video did take a little bit to make.